Hey Exile, today I'm going to share with you 5 legit League starter builds for Lake of Kalandra. I tried my best to only pick the ones that are true starter builds, that is, you could use them in SSF and reach red maps without any issues. So expect well-crafted build guides that aren't PoE warriors, don't require expensive gear pieces and will make your League start fantastic. As per usual, I've only included starter builds that are less meta but still very strong because, you know, if you want to start Righteous Fire or Spectral Helix again, you already know where to find a decent build guide. Also, all POBs and links to all the guides can be found in the description. The content creators put a lot of work into these, so make sure to show them some love. With that out of the way, let's check out the builds. We're starting off with a Spark Inquisitor from JamesHumphrey. I'm not sure why Inquisitor didn't got nerfed in 3.19, but good for us, we can abuse the Ascendancy once again to pump out a lot of damage while also being somewhat tanky. The build has decent clear speed even in open layouts and can melt bosses with the right setup. Inquisitors grant superb life regen, and life leech on gloves, determination, and grace add additional layers of defense. The note section in the POB is well written and will tell you exactly what you have to do in order to get this beauty into maps and beyond. Second is a Bleed Shield Throw Gladiator. While the build was buffed in 3.15 and then nerfed in 3.16, it still is a solid League starter today. Bleed explosions are great for clear, and you can even do bosses like Elder, Shaper and Cortex with it. The guide contains a very handy Google spreadsheet that covers everything from leveling to reaching maps and making your first Divine Orbs with a suitable farming strategy. Note that the build can abuse the reworked Unique Shield Deresso's Courage for getting close to the block cap, and I don't expect the shield to be expensive in 3.19, so this might offer a very cheap way of getting very tanky. Next up is my own Wave of Conviction Ignite Elementalist. The playstyle feels very good for mapping due to the Ignite proliferations. Ignites also deal damage over time, so you can hit the enemy and dodge attacks while dealing damage, adding a soft layer of defense. But you don't really have to be afraid to get hit because the build is quite tanky compared to other caster builds. You only have to keep an eye on the amount of unreserved mana to make the build feel smooth, and there you go, you're ready to conquer Kalandra's Lake. If you enjoy bossing, you should consider starting this build, an Ice Trap Saboteur. Saboteur has been one of the best, if not the best, League starter class for a very long time now, and every time a mine or a trap skill gets nerfed, the community immediately comes up with another Saboteur build. Even though the build's single target damage is pretty insane, it also offers you solid defensive layers. You might have seen Young Roan's take on this build with the Sunblast Unique belt, but I'd recommend sticking to Badger's version from 3.18 since this belt might get expensive depending on its popularity in 3.19. Last but not least, I wanted to share a Minion army build with you made by CasualDan. If you enjoy Minion builds, then this is a decent build to crush into endgame maps and do more aesthetic encounters like Expedition or Blight. This build includes various minions, and they all have something to contribute to your overall damage. I really like this because it gives you the feeling of being the general of an undead army. Having a huge army also means your minions will soak up most incoming damage for you, so you can run in circles while enemies die. If you aren't sold on any of these starter builds yet, you can find some more starter builds that didn't make it into this list in the description. Stay sane, Exile, enjoy a League start, and see you in the next one.